He did. Organization called Southern Word. Shout out Southern Word in Nashville. Largest spoken word spoken word poetry organization for the youth in the Southeast. Shout out southernword.org. Southernword.org.
Who are you hoping goes to that website?
Really anybody, but especially people in the Tennessee area, students, even students that aren't in that area, because it will direct you to like the programs in your area. But essentially Southern Word is just it's a lot of things, but it is essentially using spoken word poetry, songwriting, song production, hip hop, a lot of different interdisciplinary arts to educate people in underserved communities, and also in all communities, but there's just a heart for the underserved communities, and students who have been overlooked for different reasons. A lot of students that have been given, like, people have given up on them. I've seen them really come into their own and blossom and succeed, in large part to Southern Word and the specific poet mentors that they have been connected to within the organization. So yeah, when I was working there, what a normal day would look like is sometimes we would go to a high school in the area and we would embed in an English class for an agreed upon amount of time during the semester, and we would work with the teacher to help the students understand literary devices and different concepts within usually English, language arts, reading. Sometimes if the school had like an actual poetry class, and yes, some of the most rewarding moments for me were kids who they felt like they didn't understand, metaphor, simile, alliteration, allusion, whatever the literary device may be, and it's because the curriculum for inner city Nashville is calling for them to learn these concepts through Emily Dickinson and Walt Whitman, and there's no connection to these kids' culture or their lives or what's going on around them. It's just not relatable, and so I could go in there and be like, you guys actually already know all of these literary devices, and they're looking at me like, you're crazy. Like, they've already given up on the test too. They're like, we know that we're dumb. We can't do that. And that's the effect of like when the curriculum just completely misses on relatability and culture, is like, it makes the kids feel like it's an implicit statement that they're stupid because they're not connected to these artists or these concepts or these writers, and I'm like, you guys already understand it. What's your favorite hip hop song? What's your favorite hip hop artist? That's where I would always start. And, they say somebody they think I don't know, Young Boy. You don't know nothing about Young Boy. I'm like, I know Young Boy. He's cool. He's going crazy on YouTube right now. Young Boy, and then, all right, what's your favorite song? What's your favorite lyric from it? And they tell me, I'm like, okay, boom. That's metaphor. That's simile. This is allusion. This is what he's alluding to. And they're like, you're lying. I'm like, no. I'm like, you already know it. Like, you probably write stuff in the lunchroom that has all of these literary devices, and then break it down to them, show them some songs they know, and break down the different literary devices, show them songs that I've done, break down the literary devices. And it was just a way, I saw so much like confidence, so much understanding, and of course the stuff that the school wants is raise test scores and all that. And Southern Word, the stats that Southern Word has are incredible. Speaks for itself. Southernword.org. But Yeah, man, and it's more than that too. We hosted like poetry slams all throughout the cities, or all throughout the city, and we kind of had like a circuit that was set up like a sports season. So, there's a slam at this school, and everybody comes and presents the stuff they've been working on in our different workshops, and then the finalists from that go to this slam at this theater or at this school, and then there's one, and we actually were in 5 different counties, so it's like county against county, and then it all culminates into State of the Word, which would be at one of the universities in Nashville, like in one of their auditoriums or theaters, which is just like a really cool thing for those students, something they haven't experienced. The mayor would come out, poet laureate would come out, all these people to come support the kids, and they go up there and perform their pieces, and then there's a winner, and somebody is crowned like the youth poet laureate of Nashville, and then that would culminate into this nationwide thing called Brave New Voices in DC, and that's like kind of the winners and youth poet laureates from different organizations all over the country come there and meet the president. It's like a really cool thing. Yeah, it's amazing. Like,
yeah, I mean, if I was a kid in the Nashville area, it's Nashville area only. I mean,
no, it's not only, but
so
that's like where it's headquartered. But really,
regardless of where you are, I would be going to this website to try to see if my child could like get involved in that, because that's super cool.
Yes.
I used to be a teacher myself. I went by Mr. Debo. Did you go by Mr. No Big Deal? Or?
No. Definitely not that.
Okay.
I think I just went by Dill. They let us just kind of be artistic with our stuff, but
that's cool.
Yeah. No matter what, not Mr. No Big Deal. Yeah. That's not a thing. Never would be a thing. Just so everybody knows.
One of the most rewarding things for me is like kids that have now grown up reaching back out to me. Have you, and like saying, Mr. Debo, you meant so much to me.
Yeah.
Like you had this effect and you like shifted my life. Like, have you had that with any of the kids?
Yeah, for sure.
It's amazing.
It's crazy. They'll over the like last few years, they've like found my music, and then they'll hit me on Instagram. And they're like, you probably like, they feel like I'm super famous, which is not something that I feel like at all. It's not even something that's true. But
you are. You don't get on the show if you're not.
Okay. Well, for y'all's brand, I'll concede that, but it's not true. It's not true. But yeah, they feel like I'm extremely famous, and they're like, you probably don't remember me, this is my name, and I remember all of them, I'm like, of course I remember you, like, say something specific to that student, and that's just like crazy to them. They're like, and then some of them are artists in their own right now. Actually, a lot of them are artists in their own right now, and I follow some of them. Some of them have become producers and are excellent at it. Diamond Store, shout out Diamond Store. So I still have like that, even a working relationship with some of them, and there's some on the horizon too. So
hey y'all, we hope you loved this conversation. Here at Young Married Christian, we are on a mission to see a gospel-centered home made available for every single child in the foster care system. There are 400,000 kids in the foster care system, and there are 400,000 churches in America. Wow. That is crazy. This is absolutely a solvable problem, and we want to be a part of it. If you want to join us in that mission, text the word freedom to 833-370-1610.
833-370-1610. 833-370-1610.
I just did it.
And another thing you can do that is really helpful is to smash the like button on this video.
Smash it like Satan's face. Crush it like it's Lucifer's head.
It really helps us a ton, so smash that like button, subscribe to this channel.
That's it.
Smash the like button on this video.